I going to get the hang of being a superhero and a photographer at the same time?
It is about time that Spider-Man caught Chicago in his web.
Well, Jake has swung over to the Griffin Museum of Science and Industry for the new Spider-Man exhibit.
What's up, guys? I am geeking out. Jake Hamilton here, Griffin MSI, with the kind of exhibition that is beyond amazing. It is their new Spider-Man exhibition. Opens today. We're taking you inside in full comic book fashion. We got my man Patrick, who is the curator of this incredible thing. Patrick, I gotta say, this is such a beautiful love letter to one of the most iconic characters in pop culture history. A lot of us know Spider-Man from the movies, but he's a lot more than that.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man was created in 1962 by Steve Ditko and Stan Lee, and we have over here a copy of his very first appearance ever, Amazing Fantasy 15 from 1962.
Now listen, if you're a fan of comic books, this is one of the holy grails, I would say, but if you've ever seen anything to do with Spider-Man, it can all be traced to what we're looking at right now. Is that correct?
Absolutely. It's really crazy that it all begins right there in that little booklet and that little pieces of paper, and that this is a series. It's Amazing Fantasy 15. It wasn't even his own.
It wasn't even a Spider-Man comic book.
It was the final issue of a series that was already canceled, and they sort of tossed this idea in there because they wanted a place for it. They believed in it, and it outsold everything else that they published that month.
Well, speaking of success, right now we're looking at one of Tom Holland's costumes from one of the recent Marvel MCU Spider-Man films, and it's wild to think from a comic book that was being canceled to one of the biggest movie franchises of all time, the impact that this character has had on pop culture, movies, comic books, TV shows, cartoons, over 50 plus years. And you know, one of the things I love most about Spider-Man is you can't have a Spider-Man without some of the most iconic villains of all time, and you guys pay tribute to those as well.
Absolutely. It's really great doing something like this because what we get to show is the entirety of Spider-Man and Spider-Man's appeal. It transcends any one form of media. There are video gamers who maybe have never read a comic book but know Spider-Man as a video game character. There are people who are obsessive comic fans. There are kids who know Spider-Man from the Spidey and His Amazing Friends preschool cartoon. And there's all these different access points that people have. We get to bring it all together and tell it as one sort of cohesive story of Spider-Man and all the related Spider-Verse characters.
I mean, case in point, you look here, you've got these beautiful pieces of comic art, really beautiful art, and I'm not overusing that word, and then you've got some Doc Ock movie props from Spider-Man 2, which is my personal favorite Spider-Man movie. But then what I love over here is you've got a really cool case of stuff that I feel like is going to make people say, wait a second, I had that. I had one of those. My mom threw that out.
Yeah, absolutely. We have the original art. We have the props and costumes that we're seeing on screen that are on loan from Sony Pictures. We also have this sort of display of memorabilia showing all of the different ways that people may have interacted with or encountered Spider-Man over the years.
It's truly unbelievable. Patrick, incredible job. Thank you for doing this, man. On behalf of all of us who are going to enjoy this, we appreciate all your hard work, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you. We appreciate you. This exhibition doesn't mean anything until we have people in it.
Well, I can honestly tell you, people have been walking in since we've been here, and you hear, oh my God. I mean, that's got to be the ultimate vindication, right?
Absolutely. You know, as someone working in museums, you come up with these plans, you draw up the thing, but it's like being a musician. You don't actually know what's happening until it's out there in the world and the audience is reacting to it.
Well, I am reacting by geeking out, man. So again, I appreciate you. All right, guys, this new Spider-Man exhibition kicks off today, runs through February. It's msichicago.org. You're going to want to get a separate ticket than the normal one you'll get to come into MSI. But here's the deal. It's going to be incredibly popular. So you want to make sure it's a timed exhibition. You want to know exactly when you're going to be able to come in here. If you roll in on Memorial Day and expect to just be able to walk right in, it's probably not going to work out for you. So for now, I'm going to keep geeking out. We're Jake Hamilton, Griffin MSI, the new Spider-Man exhibition. Patrick, can I take one of these home? Yes? Yes? Yeah? All right, I'll take, let's see, we'll get a couple. Oh, I gotta go.